Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, the U.S. launching airstrikes on targets in Syria linked to Iran and its proxies. We're going to have more on the latest retaliation for attacks on U.S. forces in the region. And some new details on that helicopter crash that killed 5 U.S. service members. Also, RSV cases are on the rise in parts of the country. Some hospitals are saying they're already overwhelmed. What parents need to know as we head into winter. You'll see those stories and so much more right here on GMA.
From now through December 12th, you can donate new shoes or socks to any of the 7 SAPD substations around town. As part of the Share the Shoes campaign, every donation will be given to a child in need of new shoes through the Zapatos program, Walking to a Better Future. They're looking for all shoes and sock sizes. You can donate at any of those SAPD substations. All this information is at ksat.com. A long-standing San Antonio tradition, the Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner coming up next week. Can you believe it? They're still in need of volunteers. That dinner feeds thousands of people each and every year. If you'd like to volunteer, go to RaulJimenezDinner.com to sign up. And if you're interested in going to the dinner itself next Thursday, it'll be down at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, and VIA will be taking to the event for free. Well, still to come on Good Morning San Antonio, thousands of San Antonio ISD students and parents will learn today if their schools will close at the end of this school year. And up next, a wild plane crash turns into a car wreck up in North Texas. Look at this video, what witnesses are saying happened and how the people involved are doing on this Monday morning. And we have flashing lights, 90 at 410, and I see a few brake lights out there as well. We'll get a closer look at what's going on right here on GMSA.
Good morning. Let's look out there with live cam. We're starting nice and cool again, 50s and still some rain around town.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning to you. It is Monday, November 13th.
Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed your nice, cool weekend. I know you made it out to Wurst Fest.
It was a perfect weekend to be outside. Yeah. If you didn't mind a little bit of rain here or there, and the rain got a little bit more consistent yesterday.
Yes, it did. We were just kind of like in and out really quick. And, I think for most parts, I guess just we got a little bit of rain and then it went away. But I know on Saturday, Mike, at least the rain held off for our bit at the Alamo Quarry.
A lot of folks came out there as Santa Claus came in, and rain didn't deter him. He even made it snow out there, so that was kind of nice. And today, if you're heading outside and you look out and you go, okay, it's not raining right now, you're still going to need an umbrella because we're not done with the rain as of yet, even though it looks kind of dry out there by 410 by the airport, at least the road, a little bit of a sheen left over. But here's what it looks like on radar. We had that first batch of rain move on through here. Here comes the next batch of rain out to the west, and all this will just sort of drift across the area as the day rolls on. Not going to be raining constantly, but we'll still continue to have a lot of those basically light showers. There may be a heavier shower here and there, but this is going to be the situation throughout the day with more rain. Like I said, here and there pretty much all day long. 55 in town, 52 Comfort, as well as Bernie Stage. Temperatures are going to be very steady this morning, and then we may gain a handful of degrees throughout the rest of the day. Mold is on the moderate side. And as far as the next 12 hours are concerned, pretty much what you see is what you get this morning. A couple little sprinkly showers out there to the west. 1 or 2 little showers, even too light to be picked up on radar. And again, just the roads are going to be damp. By noon, 57. Pretty much the same temperature, and then we will have a few showers around this afternoon, 59 degrees. This is going to extend into tonight. A couple of them left over early tomorrow morning. Then we clear out quite nicely. What's in store? Because this is the last full week for a lot of kids for school before the Thanksgiving break. What to expect this weekend when you're heading out doing a lot of your Thanksgiving grocery shopping. Details on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, got some flashing lights out there.
Flashing lights, Mike. That's how we begin our 6 a.m. hour. This is that crash that I mentioned a little bit earlier there along 410 South. This is the view from US 90. As you can see it right there at 410. At least one of those lanes, one of the lanes are blocked at this hour, and first responders are out there on the scene. Tough to see how many vehicles may be involved in this crash and if there are paramedics out there. We always hope everyone is doing okay, but if you are heading southbound along Loop 410, please be on the lookout. No delays have been reported, at least on our map just yet, but this is that hour where things really start to shift out on the roadways, so use some caution as your morning commute does get moving. We still have a stalled vehicle out over here along I-35. This is heading southbound near Olympia Parkway. It's not causing any issues, but check those vehicles. Make sure your tires are also properly inflated. But as we give you a wider view of the map, there is nothing else really to talk about here. We're just going to keep a close eye on this crash scene, and let's hope we'll have a better update to report coming up a little bit later on. Guys.
New this morning, San Antonio police say 2 people were shot overnight during an argument between neighbors. It happened around 1 this morning in the 1400 block of Caballero near Gillette Boulevard on the south side. Police say a 19-year-old man and a woman in her 30s were taken to the hospital after the shooting. The man is still listed in critical condition. As winter approaches, worries continue about the state's power grid.
But one Texas amendment passed by voters aims to enhance the grid in the near future.
In the meantime, Avery Everett shows us how businesses are finding ways to cut back energy use.
Even with colder weather, Angela Cordoba is still serving ice cream.
But the customers come for ice cream. Doesn't matter.
For so many businesses, like Fresh's Ice Cream, getting through the summer was a struggle.
I feel so blessed.
Cordoba relied on fans through the fall to keep her equipment cool.
When we put this machine on, and this is on, the heat over here is huge.
Now, as the temperatures drop,
yes, it's a relief.
She says it's back to business as usual, until, of course, the winter comes.
The Texas energy grid doesn't have a good track record. Some stains from the winter storm in 2021 still show across San Antonio. But as we head into the winter for this year, there could be some potential for energy instability.
The risk is getting worse and worse.
Just this week, the North American Electric Reliability Corporation reported that 180 million people across the United States will likely lose power this winter. Among the states that could see this is Texas.
We're using more electricity than we were 2 years ago, and yet the supply really hasn't kept up with that in terms of the always available generation.
But National Rural Electric Cooperative Association CEO Jim Matheson says some have hope in Proposition 7, a constitutional amendment for Texas that just passed this week.
There's no question the state of Texas understands this is an issue, and that's why Prop 7 exists.
The proposition creates an energy fund to help companies build or upgrade electricity generating plants, enhancing the power grid and hoping to alleviate additional burdens.
So we got to get in front of this and change that trend.
Until votes are finalized, Cordoba is coming up with her own solutions.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Turning her thermostat off.
It's for the planet, environment, for us, for money, for bills, yes.
And transitioning to a winter menu to keep her customers coming back. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Just be careful, it's so hot.
In your morning headlines, authorities in Pearland near Houston say a child has died after a shooting at a flea market. That shooting happened just after 5:30 last night at Kohl's Flea Market in Pearland. Investigators say it started after a fight between 2 people turned violent and 5 people were shot. All 5 of those victims were rushed to a hospital, including the child that died. The rest of the victims' conditions are not known. Police say the shooting does not appear to be a targeted attack. However, no suspects are in custody and they are still searching for the gunman.
All right, take a look at your screen right now. Up in North Texas, a wild plane crash caught on camera. The small plane you see here crashing into a car Saturday after making an emergency landing in McKinney, north of Dallas. A man working in the area captured the whole thing on his cell phone. The 2 people inside the plane were traveling from Midland. The driver of the car was taken to a hospital and is expected to be okay.
And before we go to break, the Pentagon is investigating a deadly U.S. military helicopter crash near the island of Cyprus.
5 service members were killed in the wreck during a so-called routine air and refueling mission.
As ABC's Justin Finch reports, troops were in the region due to the Hamas terrorist attack on Israel last month.
This morning, a search for answers underway after 5 U.S. service members were killed after their military helicopter crashed near Cyprus.
There's very little room for error when you're aerial refueling at night, overnight with night vision goggles at low altitude. And sometimes small mistakes can turn into tragedy.
Pentagon officials say the MH-60 was carrying Special Operations Forces when it went down late Friday in the Eastern Mediterranean due to a mishap while carrying out a routine air refueling mission during training. The deadly crash happening not far from where the U.S. deployed the USS Ford and USS Eisenhower aircraft carriers following Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel. The White House rushing those assets to the region in an effort to contain the conflict between Israel and Hamas militants. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin paying tribute and calling the accident a stark reminder that U.S. service members put their lives on the line daily to keep the country safe. This crash now the latest deadly military training accident this year. In March, 2 Army Black Hawks collided in midair, killing 9 service members in Kentucky. In April, 3 soldiers were killed when 2 Army Apache helicopters crashed returning from training in Alaska. And in August, 3 Marines were killed and 20 others injured when an Osprey crashed during drills in Australia. President Biden noting the Veterans Day weekend in a statement on the helicopter crash, saying he and the First Lady are praying for those service members' loved ones and that our entire nation shares their grief. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Back here at home, 609, 54 degrees.
Silicon Victory Monday is here for football fans across Texas. How Houston played a small part in NFL history with a last-second win. Plus,
the Cowboys waking up confident after a huge win over the horrible New York Giants. How Dak Prescott made history with a big performance in the air.
And looking out there with live cam, it's another day to grab that jacket and an umbrella just in case. You never know. We're starting at 54 degrees. We'll be right back.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Just about 6:13. Cowboys were back home yesterday looking to rebound from that close loss against Philly. They're undefeated at AT&T Stadium this season, facing the 2-7 Giants. Slow start to the game until CeeDee Lamb with the end around late in the first, and he's untouched for 14 yards for a touchdown. It's 7-0 Cowboys after 1. Second quarter, Dak on the 1 finds a wide open Jake Ferguson for the touchdown, capping off a 96-yard drive. Cowboys go up 14-0. Next Cowboys drive, Dak to Brandon Cooks for the 10-yard touchdown. Cowboys up 21-0. Dak takes it himself 10 yards up the middle for a touchdown. Cowboys up 28-0 at halftime. And the boys go on to crush the Giants 49-17. Dallas is 6-3 as we pass the halfway point of the NFL season. Looking at the stats, Sunday marked Dak's 10th career 400-yard game in his first 8 seasons, tying an NFL record shared with Dan Marino and Patrick Mahomes. So looking ahead, the Cowboys have a chance to go on the run and get a few more wins before a rematch with Philly next month. They'll take on the Carolina Panthers on the road Sunday at noon. Carolina is 1-8 on the season. Texans on the road Sunday in Cincy, taking on a Bengals team on a 4-game win streak. Second quarter, 7-0 Cincy. Texans finish their drive with this throw from C.J. Stroud to Tank Dell. It's a 6-yard score. That ties it at 7. Houston up 10-7 at the half. Third quarter, Texans add more. Devin Singletary caps off the 59-yard drive with a 6-yard run. Texans up 20-7. Fourth quarter, 2017. Texans win. Stroud takes it himself from the 8. Houston is up 10, 27-17, but Cincy responds big after a Stroud pick. Mixon scores to cut the lead down to 3, and then the Bengals would tie it at 27 with a field goal with under 2 to play. And for the second week in a row, Texans use their last drive to come back to win. Stroud finds Noah Brown with 14 seconds left for the 22-yard gain, putting Houston in field goal range. And then Matt Amendola, just signed this last week, makes his 3rd field goal of the day. Game winner from 38 yards out. And here is your final. Texans steal a win. They are 30-27. They're now 5-4 on the year. After the game, CJ talked about the team, how they felt going into that final drive.
I'm super blessed to be able on this Texas team and play with my teammates. I love my teammates to death. We had no doubt that everything was in our favor going into that last drive. We knew that we can go down and get a field goal or score. So it was a blessing to pull out the dub.
I'm excited, man. To the way our team battled, I'm so proud of our team. Excited for them to be in a tight football game versus a playoff football team and come up with a win. Like that's where we're headed as a team, right? And we're showing that we're a good team. We're showing that we can win tight games at the end of games. So, I'm really proud of the way our guys battled.
This is the first time Houston has won 5 games since 2019, and Stroud becomes the first rookie to lead a game-winning drive in the 5 to 2 minutes of regulation in back-to-back games. And one final note, Texans were one of 5 NFL games to end Sunday on last-second game-winning field goals. That's the most in a single day in NFL history.
We actually saw that one. It was pretty exciting.
There were some great games yesterday.
Yeah, there were. And it was a great day to watch it, too, because it's nice and cold. Time now, 6:16. Let's check back with Steven. Looks like there's problems on Highway 90.
Yeah, well, traffic's not looking too great out over here, guys. US 90 at Loop 410. This is the same shot that we showed you earlier, just with a little bit more traffic. Now that the minutes have gone by, you are seeing that traffic is picking up in those lanes, but also flashing lights still remain. Remember, this is that crash that we've been keeping a very close eye on throughout the morning. No word yet on any vehicles involved, or how many, I should say, but we're going to watch it closely right there along 410 southbound at US 90. Now, just over the last few minutes, I was talking to our friends over at TransGuide because it does appear another crash popped up, but this time over here along I-35 southbound at Weidner Road. Our friends over at TransGuide are working to code through the cameras out there, but you saw a little bit of a slowdown that just disappeared, so maybe that's good news, but I'm going to keep a close eye on it nonetheless. And still, we have that stalled vehicle that was reported at I-35 southbound at Olympia Parkway. So the morning commute, we had a few problems, and we still have some that remain, but I'm going to keep a very close eye on some of the areas, obviously, to keep you informed before you have to hit the roads. Just be sure to watch out. One of the other things that I noticed was actually, looks like there were some droplets on one of the TransGuide cameras. You can kind of see it there if you're looking pretty closely. Just be on the lookout. Roads also a little bit damp in some areas, but off to a somewhat decent start here for a Monday morning. But we still have some of those incidents we'll watch out for.
Thank you, Stephen. No Shave November continues, and the magnificent men of KSAT are growing out our beards for a good cause.
Right, the magnificent men of KSAT. They're raising money for 12 cancer foundations, and if you'd like to donate, you can just scan that QR code on your screen right now.
Last year, we raised more than $30,000 to benefit cancer research, treatment, and prevention. And here is the new leaderboard. After a full weekend of lobbying, Max Massey and his crew have raised $475.
That baby face of his, man, he grows a beard.
He does.
Yes.
He was working it this weekend.
Yeah, but it looks great. It looks great on him. But we're doing really well, I think, in terms of the leaderboard. Just those donations, just as a quick reminder, go toward cancer research, treatment, and prevention. So,
all right, Team Gray Hair. Yeah. I'm counting on you.
Yeah.
You're talking about you or me?
Me.
Okay.
He's in a little bit. He's got some character, some.
That's nothing.
You're right.
Distinguished.
Come on.
I don't know if you guys look here, but mine actually gets a little bit red at the tips. You have to look a little close. Yeah, just give it another week.
Another week.
You'll see a little bit more fuzz out there.
20 years ago, my beard used to be all red.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
All right. I was thinking about growing beard for some reason. That was back in college. 55 degrees this morning. A couple of showers here and there. Like Stephen mentioned, a few drops on the some of the lenses around town. We have more rain off to the west out there. Yeah, we're looking at one over there by 35 at 410 right now, and there's a little bit of some light rain there. And then temperatures basically don't move this morning or throughout the afternoon. 59 degrees, and we'll still have some of this light rain around the area. So here's what it looks like on TransGuide. Now this is, or excuse me, on the live cam over there by the airport. Still doesn't look like there's anything falling over there, but we've got a nice sheen on the road from the headlights, so there may be a little bit of light rain or just what's left over from last night, and that's continuing to work its way off to the east with this leftover rain from right around Kennedy here, just past Gonzales, just past Floresville, pardon me, and then moving in toward Yorktown, Cuero, and then further on out to the west, we've had well, a couple little sprinkles here in town. Maybe if you blink, you sort of miss them a little bit. But then further on out to the west, we have more of this rain. And that's what's going to continue to move on in here. Computer model has some of this light rain scattered about the area throughout the rest of the morning and going in toward noon. Again, it's not going to be raining constantly. As a matter of fact, this model latest run is not as bullish with some of the coverage of the rain. But again, there's going to be just those little scattered spots here and there around the area. So it won't be raining constantly. And that's going to go into this evening and the overnight hours with a little bit of that leftover rain. Then by tomorrow, things are going to start to clear out. Yesterday, we hit 59 here in town. Nobody was hot by any stretch. And of course, it's that damp cool, all the moisture in the atmosphere, because relative to the temperature, the atmosphere is almost full of moisture, what it can hold. And that actually conducts the heat away from your body. So that's why it always feels cool on a day like this. Today, we're going to be up to 59 as well. And that's pretty much common all around the area. Satellite picture right now, we've got this system sitting on top of us. Otherwise, that's kind of by itself. Otherwise, everything is up there to the north. And once this gets out of the way, which is going to be by tomorrow morning, we have a nice little stretch of weather coming on in here. Chance to dry out. Temperature today, 59, and then we jump up to 72 tomorrow, and anywhere from 15, almost 20 degrees warmer by the middle portion of the week, up in the mid-70s, slightly above normal temperatures. And low temperatures are still going to be closer to where they should be. Going into the weekend, looks pretty nice overall. We will have more clouds around here on Sunday, and then overnight into Monday, another chance of rain. And long range, which of course things can change between now and there, but it does look like there's, as of right now, a decent front that wants to move through here next week and cool us down for Thanksgiving, which would be wonderful.
Would feel like Thanksgiving.
Yes. Can change between now and then, but that's just as it's looking right now. So.
All right, we'll keep an eye for it.
Thank you, Mike. 622, 54 degrees.
And just ahead, some Christmas tree farms are reporting a tree shortage this year. We're going to look at why in your GMA First Look.
Ultomiris is for adults with generalized myasthenia gravis who are anti-acetylcholine receptor antibody positive. It is lasting control over your GMG symptoms. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with 8 weeks of freedom between infusions. Ultomiris can lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious, life-threatening meningococcal and other types of infections. If not vaccinated, you must receive meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before starting Ultomiris. And if Ultomiris is urgent, you should also receive 2 weeks of antibiotics with your vaccines. Before starting Ultomiris, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions and medications. Ultomiris can cause reactions such as back pain, tiredness, dizziness, limb discomfort, or bad taste. Ultomiris is here. Ask your doctor about managing your generalized myasthenia gravis with Ultomiris.
In this morning's GMA First Look, some Christmas tree farms saying they're not open for business this year. On New York's Long Island, Shamrock Christmas Tree Farm owner Joe Shipman says a major shipment of the most popular Fraser Christmas trees was canceled due to the shortage. And now, for the first time in 30 years, they'll have to take this holiday season off.
We felt the right decision was to close the farm this year, let the field get a little bit bigger, give us time to source some trees for next year.
But before you rush to grab a hatchet and start chopping the first available tree you find, experts say there should still be plenty of options for you and your family.
We really want to reassure consumers that might be happening in one local instance in one particular retailer.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what you need to know to get the perfect Christmas tree. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Time now, 6:26 and 55 degrees for now.
Still ahead at 6:30, thousands of San Antonio ISD students and parents will learn today if their schools will close at the end of this school year.
And the Spurs were back in action last night with a close matchup that came down to the wire against Miami. Those highlights next.
Checking the roads, and we spotted another problem. 35 at Weidner. Quite a few flashing lights out there. We'll see how that affects your morning commute right here on GMSA. Outside with Live Cam, if you are new to San Antonio, we have quite a few new residents. This is a pretty typical November weekend we just had, and it's continuing to a degree into our Monday. We'll talk to Mike in a moment.
Good morning. Happy Monday. It is November 13th. Thanks for joining us.
Let's jump right into our Monday forecast. More of the same, Mike Osterhage?
Yes, even though it may not be raining outside where you are right now, like in this picture, doesn't look like there's a whole lot of rain. We'll still have more around here. And I was thinking yesterday, it's like, boy, it seems like it's been forever since the last time we had just a day like that. Yesterday, it was wonderful out there with some of the light rain. Finally have green in my backyard with the grass now growing thanks to some of that rain. Road still looks kind of damp over there by 410. And we have seen a couple of drops on some of the TransGuide cameras around town. 55, dew point 51, so we still have plenty of moisture relative to that temperature, and that's why it's that damp chill out there. Decent little breeze out of the north at 9 miles per hour, and it is going to be somewhat breezy throughout the day. This is a live look at radar, and we had one batch of rain that moved through overnight. Now we're sort of in a lull, although notice there on the northwest side there may be a couple more little sprinkly showers here and there. There could be some of these little sprinkles that are too light to be picked up on rain, and just more scattered rain out to the west. So it's not going to be raining constantly, but we'll just keep some of these scattered showers around around throughout the rest of today. Really consistent temperatures thanks to the cloud cover, thanks to that light rain, the relatively high humidity. Mold is on the moderate side. The updated count comes out in about an hour or so. A couple of showers around here. Damp and chilly this morning. And again, temperatures don't move pretty much at all today. Scattered showers, upper 50s. Will gain 4 or 5 degrees across the board. Then tomorrow, a leftover shower is possible in the morning, but most of this is going to be clearing on out. Then we're going to have a lot more sunshine to finish up the week, and temperatures are going to be getting up into the low to mid 70s. So we will be slightly above normal by the end of the week, the work week, and then going into the weekend. Overall, very nice. Got to run out and do all your Thanksgiving grocery shopping this weekend. It's going to be good for that. Perhaps a shower or two late Sunday, more likely overnight into Monday. So all of the weekend looks pretty nice. Details on that. Maybe a sneak peek ahead to next week. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. Steven, still got those problems out there?
More problems, Mike. Gosh, I hate to say it, guys. 35 at Weeder. Let's get that shot in from TransGuide, because I mentioned this earlier, and this is what I was talking to our friends over there about. This crash that is taking up some of the part of the southbound lanes, and you can see it is a pretty active scene. I-35, you guys know this. It's one of the busiest corridors in our area, with hundreds and thousands of people that travel through there each and every day. So a crash like this, especially at this time, will slow you down. And it's not the only issue that I'm tracking. Remember, we still have that crash along Loop 410 southbound at US 90. And now in those eastbound lanes, as you approach 410, you're going to experience a slowdown, and that's normal traffic. So please be on the lookout there. Crews are pretty busy this morning. Now, again, back over here on I-35, that crash is causing slowdowns as we see it right there on our map. So if you are heading southbound along I-35, you will have delays. Make sure you have your KSAT mobile app downloaded with the notifications turned on, because we are getting ready to send a push alert out. Important information you need to know before you go, but overall view of the map, we're still at a quiet start to our morning. But these two areas getting busy with traffic, plenty of flashing lights out there. And by this appears to be a fire truck or a paramedic out there on the scene. I'm going to keep a close eye on it, and I'll have another update coming up a little bit later on. Steph.
Thank you, Stephen. Happening today, thousands of San Antonio ISD students and staff will learn if their schools will close at the end of the school year. The Board of Trustees is meeting tonight for their final vote on a plan that would close more than a dozen schools district-wide. They're calling the plan right-sizing. Now, on Friday, SAISD released its final recommendation for school closures. The original draft recommended 19 closures. Some schools survived. However, Lamar Elementary did not. And that has parents saying SAISD rushed the process.
They did not go to every school. They made no attempts to encourage parents. They're closing our school that we deserve to have a voice.
SAISD officials say the closures are necessary because of declining enrollment and to consolidate resources. The district went from over 54,000 students 10 years ago to just 45,000 now.
In other news, over the past 10 years, we've seen San Antonio grow by more than 20%. That means more businesses, more jobs, and more opportunities. But how can we better connect the younger generation with some of those opportunities?
Well, Better Futures Institute is a local nonprofit working to help younger workers. And the CEO of the program joined Max Massey and Leading SA this weekend to explain the big plan.
Better Futures Institute was started by two successful entrepreneurs. They say they're dedicated to preparing our local youth for this evolving job market and, of course, the challenges that come along with it. Times are changing. With this large influx of higher technology companies, there are higher technology jobs. So Beto Gomez, CEO of Better Futures Institute, joined us. We talked about how these BFI programs, well, they could make generational changes for you, the viewers' families. Here's a bit of our conversation.
We are the first nonprofit focused on technology out of the West Side, because our mission is to provide opportunities to underserved communities. Look, I'm from Brownsville, Texas. I'm from the RGV, and for me, making the journey to get to San Antonio and have the opportunities that have allowed me to build my company is something that I want to recreate for other Latinos like me, other Latinos who want to have an impact and improve their community. And in the process, yes, create generational wealth.
Beto also talked about the specifics of the programs, the fellowships, the paid internships for our local students. You can get your student involved. We have all that information right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Max. San Antonio Spurs were looking to snap a 4-game losing streak last night, but the Heat couldn't be hotter, coming out on a 4-game win streak. Wemby trying to make something happen early, happened about 13-footer, and then Devin Vassell wanted to shoot his shot, knocking down one of his 4 threes on the night. I bet you didn't have 31-year-old Doug McDermott dunking on last night's bingo card, but he can still get up there. Spurs led 29-15 at the end of the first quarter. Miami would storm back thanks to Jimmy Butler taking contact, getting the bucket to fall. His free throw tied the game at 47. Spurs led by 3 at the half. All right, second half, Duncan Robinson freezes Wemby on the baseline for the easy bucket. Probably the easiest 2 points of his game-high 26 last night. Later in the third, the Heat retook the lead, but Malachi Branham wanted to change that. The 3 and the foul for the 4-point play. 2 minutes left in the game. Miami's ball movement got it to former Spur Josh Richardson. Knocks down the 3 to take the lead for good. Richardson scored 7 of Miami's last 9 points. So the Heat win at 118-113. Spurs fall to 3-7 in the first 10 games of the season and are now on a 5-game losing streak. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for our Spurs. They're on the road at OKC to take on the Thunder tomorrow night. Then back home to host the Kings on Friday. Then they'll grapple with the Grizzlies on Saturday at 7 p.m.
Go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. Right now, 6:37, 54 degrees.
An important health alert this morning. After the break, what you need to know about the warning signs of type 1 diabetes.
In today's Tech Bites, some big changes expected for Apple's iPad. Online tech reports say Apple's entire iPad lineup will be refreshed next year. The updates reportedly include an all-new 13-inch iPad Air with an improved display. New iPad Pro and mini models are also expected. Threads is rolling out a new feature, a switch that lets you opt out of sharing your posts on both Instagram and Facebook. The automatic sharing function was intended to drive engagement. But things are looking up for Threads. Mark Zuckerberg reporting the platform now has 100 million monthly users. And the sun is getting in NASA's way. The space agency has been unable to communicate with its Mars robots for 2 weeks. It's because of a phenomenon called solar conjunction, when Earth and Mars are on opposite sides of the sun. The blackout ends Thanksgiving weekend. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Have a great day.
And welcome back at 6:42. November marks National Diabetes Awareness Month, and national nonprofit Beyond Type 1 wants to bring awareness to the warning signs of type 1 diabetes. So some of those warning signs include having to use the bathroom more often, excessive thirst, losing weight, and always being hungry. People with diabetes have to wear insulin pumps, and one manager at Beyond Type 1 says it can sometimes be intimidating for people to wear them out in public.
Hey, we use glasses. I need my glasses to read. Think about your insulin pump or your CGM as something that you need to be able to function.
And you have an opportunity to get tested for diabetes if you are concerned you may have it. UT Health San Antonio is hosting a World Diabetes Day Health Fair tomorrow, November 14th, and it will go from 9 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon at the UT Health Gateway on Wurzbach Road. Now, at the fair, you will be able to speak with a diabetes specialist and get your sugar levels checked.
Right now, 6:43 on your Monday morning.
Check back with Stephen.
Well, one of the things that we've noticed, the TransGuide cameras, we have about 20 here in studio, and there are over 200 in and around the Alamo City. A lot of those cameras are showing some of the roads looking a little damp, and of course, some of those issues that we've been tracking throughout the morning. There at 90 at Couples, prepare for slowdowns and damp roads. You can see it right there. Really great shot of it in the east and westbound lanes, and some of those droplets even taking over our cameras there along Medio Creek, but also looks like we may see a stalled vehicle out there. Let's get you to our map because we do have some problems to talk about. This is the major one of the morning. You may have received that push alert I told you about earlier. I-35 southbound at Weidner Road, that crash is slowing folks down more and more. So again, if you are heading along those southbound lanes this early in the morning, please take it slow. First responders are still out there on the scene. Let's make sure that we give them plenty of room. Over here, this crash appears to have cleared off of 410 southbound at US 90. But when I give you that wider view of the map, you're going to see a lot more of that color and congestion starting to build. Right there along 90 eastbound is a pretty big problem spot right now. And you can take a look at the travel times. We are down to 50 minutes along US 90 eastbound if you are heading in from Castroville. But other areas still pretty pleasant. 37 northbound, 28 minutes. And along I-35 northbound, you have about a 16-minute commute. But again, it's the crashes and a few stalled vehicles out there. It's been a pretty busy morning. Started off slow as it usually does, but as the morning commute does get moving, we tend to see a few more problems out there on the roadway. So if you are just waking up and enjoying your cup of coffee, please be careful out there. Roads are damp, and as you see from some of the TransGuide cameras, little few droplets that remain out there. So
yeah, we had kind of a little break in the action there, and then a little bit more rain picking up. We had some rain Saturday evening, but oh wait, you're going first, aren't you? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Just wanted to wish my mother happy birthday. She is 81 years young today. Love you, Mom, to moon and back. Happy birthday. There she is, waving at the camera over there.
And then look at you guys. All this is from Halloween.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, no, we dress like this every day. No, just kidding. Yes. That's a great photo. Yes, it is Halloween. Yeah, she came out with us trick-or-treating, and we went to
give your mom a hug because she came by my house.
Yes, we went to go visit you as well. Yeah.
Well, this is what I was going to get to until I interrupted Steph. Saturday evening, of course, we once again were out there at the Alamo Quarry welcoming Santa Claus. That always just gives me shivers seeing Santa Claus like that.
It was so cool.
And those are a couple of ladies from the quarry as well as Family Services. A lot of folks were out there.
Yes, and actually the weather worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it was a little bit drizzly.
But the heavy rain held off.
Yes, that
Mike,
held off.
Is that your Hallmark movie scarf?
It's giving a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that. So, anyway, yeah, it was, and a lot of folks were out there. Kids had a great time. Santa came up in a fire truck, and yeah, it was absolutely wonderful to see him. And he made it snow too. Yes, indeed. Santa can do wonders out there. So I put in a good word with him as well. So,
very good.
Yes. All right, out there at the airport, as you can see, we do have some drops on the lens. This is what is showing up on radar right now. So again, we had kind of a break in the action with this rain that moved through, and then there was a little bit that, we kind of dried out, but now a few more of these showers are developing. They're actually sort of working their way back to the west. So right here around China Grove, coming in almost in downtown. Up here on the north side near Castle Hills, right around 410 and the airport, we have a couple of these showers. Over there on the northwest side of town by Holmes High School, and then also right here just to the south of downtown, as you can see, working its way through downtown. And again, these are moving off to the west as of right now. And there is more rain further on out to the west, out here in portions of the hill country. And I want to switch radars right now and go over to the Del Rio radar and show you how this is picking up more of this light rain. So again, this is sort of working its way to the west, but the entire block of rain or batch of rain is sort of going to be kind of coming across the area. So that's why we do have more rain in the forecast, and we will continue with some of these light showers in and around the area throughout the rest of the morning. This is back to the radar there out of New Braunfels. So as far as the forecast, again, we've got computer models picking up a little bit of light rain throughout the rest of the day. It won't be raining constantly, but there is going to be some of this throughout the day here and there, this light rain, and then it's going to start to really taper off once we get into later on this evening. So as far as today, where temperatures aren't going to be moving, basically, we're going to be staying right here in the 50s. Then we get into the next few days, and we will start to see things dry out just a little bit. Then Sunday late into Monday, we have another shot of rain that's going to be sliding on in here, and that's going to be associated with what right now looks like a fairly decent front moving through the middle part of next week. For today, 59, showers off and on. Got some rain out there this morning. Then we get into the 70s this week. Nice chance to dry out, see some sunshine after this just beautiful weekend. Cloudy skies, chilly, damp. And then this upcoming weekend looks pretty nice if you're out running to, fight the crowds at the grocery stores, getting all your Thanksgiving goodies.
Getting prepared.
Yep. What'd you make yesterday, Mike?
Homemade chicken dumplings.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's my wife's grandmother's recipe for the dumplings. So
sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's perfect weather for it as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. 649, 54 degrees.
Let's look back out there with live cam. If you haven't stepped outside, still chilly, and you'll still need that coat, or actually, I guess, jacket. Definitely an umbrella. We'll be right back.
Streaming now. We're about $500 to $600 a month on water usage.
Their water bill more than doubled from 1 month to the next after a pipe sprung a leak.
We had a break. The ground movement happens all over San Antonio. A few weeks later, we get a bill in the mail for 1 million gallons of water, $15,580.
That's just ridiculous.
They've been bullying us, intimidating us.
Now SAWS says it's time to pay up or have the water shut off. KSAT investigates the water company's policies on outrageously high bills.
Streaming now on these platforms.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, the U.S. launching airstrikes on targets in Syria linked to Iran and its proxies. We're going to have more on the latest retaliation for attacks on U.S. forces in the region. And some new details on that helicopter crash that killed 5 U.S. service members. Also, RSV cases are on the rise in parts of the country. Some hospitals are saying they're already overwhelmed. What parents need to know as we head into winter. You'll see those stories and so much more right here on GMA.
We are spreading the word about shoe and sock donations for the San Antonio Police Department Share the Shoes campaign. We have about a month left till December 12th. You can donate a pair of new shoes or socks to any of the 7 SAPD substations.
Well, every donation will be given to a child in need of new shoes through Zapatos. Last year's donations boosted their supply significantly. However, the need is always there.
They're looking for shoes and socks of all sizes, so we'd love for you to contribute to this great cause. We have all this information on KSAT.com.
And a long-standing San Antonio tradition, the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner is getting ready for the big day, but they are in need of volunteers next week.
The annual Thanksgiving dinner feeds thousands of people each year here in San Antonio. So if you'd like to volunteer, you can go to RaulJimenezDinner.com to sign up.
And if you are interested in going to the dinner itself, it will be next Thursday, the 23rd, at the Henry V. Gonzalez Convention Center on Thanksgiving Day. So VIA will be taking people to the event for free.
No Shave November continues. We're still growing out our beards for a good cause.
That's right, the magnificent Nina KSAT raising money for 12 cancer foundations. If you'd like to donate, just scan that QR code on your screen right now.
Last year, we raised $30K to benefit cancer research, treatment, and prevention. Here's a live look at the latest leaderboard. It was a very good weekend for a guy named Max Massey.
Yes, it was. I think he made a shout out to all his fans over the weekend. Help me out. So yes, he's at number 1. We got Justin Horn coming in at number 2. Mark, not too bad there at number 3. And then Adam, who was actually Barraza, he was at the top of the list for quite some time there.
Our longtime leader. Yeah, Steven's in there, $250. Yep. Mike, $225, and Steve Spriester at $100. So keep those donations coming. Still plenty of time to contribute, and every little bit helps. Thank you in advance.
Yes, it does. And also on that leaderboard, like we mentioned, Stephen Cavazos. Let's go ahead and check in with you.
But you know what? That leaderboard needs to be updated because breaking news here, Mike received a $2,000 donation within the last few moments. So that puts us well above the leaderboard, but you can see it there. I mean, hey, we'll talk about that later. But road's looking fine, just a little damp out there. Take your time all over the droplets, but all on your TransGuide cameras. But other than that, I'm just kind of got chills over here, Mike.
Thank you very, very much. I mean, it goes to a wonderful, wonderful cause. All right, we do have a little bit of light rain around the area. You can see maybe a couple of drops on the lens there. Just a few scattered showers. This is going to be the case throughout the rest of today. Mid-50s right now. Temperatures aren't really going anywhere today, but we will see a lot more sunshine up into the 70s the rest of the week. Again, thank you to all the donations. Appreciate that, folks.
When you announced that $2,000 donation, my mouth open, and Mike's just kind of like,
I was mouthing it to Mike. I said, dude,
yes. Thank you so much.